What's up guys, Widow here with a regular everyday post commentary. What you are watching is some WARFACE gameplay, not Combat Arms, but WARFACE. I'm sure you guys have heard of this game, Arctic covered it back when he was around. I think UCD played it a little bit. I think Caro might have too, I'm not sure. But this is a really good free-to-play game, developed on the CryEngine, which is the same engine as Crysis obviously. So the graphics are stunning for a free-to-play. And this game used to have its bugs. I haven't played it in months because their launcher had a bunch of problems and the game crashed whenever you were using recording software that hooked onto it. And there was just lots and lots of problems that turned me off of the game. But when they added it to Steam, I installed it and I figured maybe Steam would polish that up. It still has its own launcher that launches through Steam. Bit of launchception there, but it's just, the game seems a lot more polished, as it should after this long. And I installed it a long time ago, but I just went and tried to play it today and yesterday, and I've been having a really good time, and I've been running into none of the issues that I have before. Hence, you seeing this gameplay. I haven't been able to upload any other stuff except for laggy, choppy, cut up stuff because it always crashed mid-recording. Anyways, that's not really what I'm here to talk about, even though I spent the last minute and a half doing so. What I want to cover now is sort of what's been going on with YouTube and my life and everything. Like, this is a very, very broad video, and I figured I would just turn on the mic. I had no script, I had no plan for this. I just figured I'd turn on the mic and get talking, because that's really the only way to cover this. So if it seems a little unorganized, that's because it most definitely is. Anyway, so I told you guys a while ago that I got a new job. It was sort of in one of the Ask Widow episodes, so you'd have to be paying attention to it to know that. I got a new job back in August of last year. It was a manual labor job. It was a pretty good time. I was making significantly more than I was at my job before that, which was McDonald's. So it's not hard to make more than what you make at McDonald's. In other words, minimum wage. And of course, manual labor pays more than that. So I was working at a fiberglass yard in an industrial park, and originally I was doing finishing and sanding and grinding and cutting and trimming and stuff. And it was dusty and it was dirty and it was unhealthy, but it was good money. It was nice and easy. I got good power tool experience. And partway through me working there, probably 6 months in, 7 months in, one of my coworkers and best friends that I've been friends with since I was 3 or 4, I want to say. He's the one, him and his dad are the one that got me the job. Anyway, he decided he was going to be going to college. And the college called him and, said, there's a waiting list, but there's an opening for next month. So he had to kind of stop on a dime. And he was working a harder position there at the time than I was. So he stopped on a dime, took his work leave, quit the job, whatever, and I had to take over his position. I was like, oh, that's great, I get a raise, cool. So now I'm making even more money. And they're like, oh, you should take some chiro or some physio if you want to be doing this job, because it's a lot harder. And, with the way work works, they should be paying for that, because I couldn't afford, even though I was making more money, I couldn't afford to be going to chiro or physio regularly. They refused to pay for it. They said wait until your benefits kick in, which is after a year, which at that point I still had 4 or 5 months left. So, I just said screw it. Took the raise because they desperately needed somebody there, and it looked good just to the employer because I didn't have the best reputation with them to begin with. So, I worked that position for a while, and I go home a little more sore than usual because I spent a lot of time bent over. Don't make any sex jokes, get your mind out of the gutter. But my back is at a near 90-degree angle, sometimes more than that, for 4, 5, 6 hours a day. So it's harder work, it's much more constant. I had a quota to meet every day, and I spent months just slowly getting better at it. But as those months went on, my back got worse and worse and worse and worse. And I found myself getting home, showering, and standing up straight, just standing up, my back would be at a hunch, and everything was uncomfortable. Sitting upright in a chair didn't feel right. You know when you're hunched over in a chair and your lower back kind of is tense because that's not the way it's supposed to be? That's how I felt sitting up because my back was used to being hunched. So now, I mean, that's nice and fun. I keep a thing of painkillers and a thing of arthritis Tylenol in my room at all times. You'll probably see that in the setup video, which is coming along great, by the way. I'll touch on that if I have some time at the end. But no, basically, the job went on, and I was probably close to getting another raise, to be honest. But I was tired of the job. I was tired of how political it was getting. There's a lot of drama going on in the workplace, and my body just couldn't take it. So I stayed there for a year. I was there for a year on August 8th, so last month. And, you know, my benefits kicked in. I had some medical benefits, which I took advantage of for my back. And I had some vacation time. So I took all of my vacation. Most people don't. They usually space out their vacation time over the year. But I had no intention on staying there, so I took both 2 weeks in a big chunk. And, you know, other coworkers were like, oh, you know, you shouldn't take those 2 weeks all at once because then you're going to regret it later on. Little do they know I plan on leaving. And during these 2 weeks, I figured, like, as the 2 weeks started, I figured, you know, who knows, maybe my back is gonna heal up during this 2 weeks, and I'll be able to go back and maybe stay longer than intended. But, you know, it came 2 days before when I was supposed to be back to work, and my back was almost worse for whatever reason, even after all that time off. So I went to the doctor. You know, he recommended I take two weeks of work, medical leave. So I brought in the note for that to work and got it all sorted out, and I decided it's just not what I want to be doing. It's not healthy. It's not anything I enjoy. It was a far drive away, so it was a lot of gas, and I drive a V8, so that's a bad time. There were just a lot of downsides, a lot of them being medical and financial. So I just decided, nope, not going to do it, and I quit. I mean, usually I was planning on giving my 2 weeks, but physically I couldn't go back and work 2 more weeks. So that was, you know, a few weeks ago, and I just sorted out actually like fully quitting a week, just under a week ago. So basically, long story short, I'm out of a job right now. I should have a lot more videos up because of how much free time I've had, but I've been catching up on family time, and I tried to fit in a bunch of time with my girlfriend near the end because she's also in post-secondary now, so I'm going to be seeing her a lot less. And, you know, I've been doing odd work, handyman work for people like my grandma and other friends, just to make some money on the side. I have a computer commission that you guys will also see in the setup video because I build computers for people. I don't charge much because it's just something I enjoy. I've also been selling paintings here and there, and yeah, no, so that's basically the gist of it. That's why oh no, shit, I didn't even touch on the main reason that I haven't been gaming. The main reason is, one part of it is I was always tired when I got home from work. That sucked. Another thing is I have a lot of stuff, like a lot of responsibilities right now, and I feel like gaming is, I have a problem with procrastination, I'll flat out say that. Gaming is a huge cause of that, and it definitely feeds that problem more than anything, definitely. And it just, I try to fix it, but I still have the urge to game. I'll hop on once in a while, and I find that I'm still not getting the stuff that I want to get done. So aside from throwing my computer out the damn window, stopping gaming hasn't helped. So I'm slowly transferring back to playing more. That's why you've seen my YouTube videos slightly more recently, and I've been having a good time. I'm actually much more together than I was before. I'm procrastinating less. I'm getting more done. So it's kind of strange. You know, the more I game, the more I get done. Not what I expected at all, but that's such is life, I suppose. But anyway, that setup video is coming along. I'm just doing a bit of the editing, and I have to film the rest of it. I have a couple cool ideas that I want to try out, so we'll see how that goes. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the story. It was nice to actually get that off my chest because I was wondering how I was going to do it, what gameplay I was going to use, you know, all the technicalities. That's another reason I don't get videos done, is because I overthink them. Anyways, guys, be ready for that setup video because it's coming soon. I hope you enjoyed this commentary, and if you want to see more, be sure to subscribe if you haven't, like the video, and comment some feedback. Have a good one, guys. Peace.